Show!
Customer service, customer experience, customer satisfaction, customer care, customer delight. So many words out there right now. And this is confusing. Because as people from the organization, we think, how do we start? Where do we start with, right? And also as clients, have you ever felt like the company is talking about customer experience but not really doing it? You felt it was kind of fake? My name is Anastasia, and I started a customer service revolution in the country where there is no word serve in the language. That country was Ukraine, and yes, there are two connotations of the word though. The word serve is connected with two things: serving in the army and serving in the church. And two of those are not really helpful when you talk about clients and businesses, right? My background is travel and tourism. When I was 20, I came up to the CEO of the major international airline and I said, you know what, I don't know a thing about customer experience, but I hate the way we treat our passengers. I don't think that has changed a lot in many countries, right, for right now. So and I said, I want to do a difference. I want to make a difference. I want to change it somehow. I don't know how, but I want to change it. And I'm very appreciative today because he said yes to that. From that time on, it was 15 years ago, I was the first person in Ukraine to talk about customer service whatsoever. And you need to understand the context of this. So there was no business and no customer service in Ukraine or Eastern Europe for 70 years. So now you think, because we are an independent country for 29 years now, you probably think that everybody is fighting to get their clients in. No. Because the mentality still stays the same. And I vividly remember standing with my grandma in line for 4 hours to just get the sausage. And today, when I go into the store in Ukraine, and by the way, not only in Ukraine, I feel like I'm not quite sure who the customer is in this store, me or the seller. I wanted to change it, so I went on every possible education. I went to Disney, I went to Ritz-Carlton, I'm now a certified customer experience executive. I just wanted to find out how you can do this. And I also had a dream. I wanted to bring education, customer service education, into my country. That dream has come true 5 years ago. Now I teach at the business school, and I work with CEOs and executives in organizations. So when I talk to them, I have figured one little thing. They would rather talk about customer experience management, CRM systems, frontline people, than talk about themselves. And when I say the word serve, they cringe. Remember, it's not in language. But it's not only in Ukraine. I travel around the world. I've been to 22 plus countries, and I see that this is repetitious. This is repetitious. I think it's connected more with culture of the organization, the country, or your internal culture, more than it is with them providing customer service. I have an employee, a young employee, and we were talking, and I said, you know what, could you please go ahead and call this customer? She told me, I'm not going to call him first. I was like, why? Well, because he needs our services, so he needs to call first. To which I responded, well, this is not your boyfriend. You can go ahead and call him. I think that this arrogance, this arrogance is not helping us to serve the clients. 2 days ago, I was in a premium store here in New York, and I overheard manager talking, or I think he was like maybe motivating his personnel. So he called up a guy and he said, Josh, come here. What are you doing over there in the corner? You should be serving the clients. Why are you here? Why are you standing here? And I was like, this is not the way to do this. This is not the way to motivate people to do customer service stuff, right? And when I talk to CEOs and to executives, I tell them, if you want me to change your people, this is not going to work this way. First, you have to change your attitude and you have to change the culture, and only then it's reflected on the frontline people. I don't believe in customer experience management. Every conference out there talks about customer experience management. Every book on service talks about how frontline people have to be nice with the client. But I do believe in culture transformation. Another little example of this, I was on a train and a lady came up, the lady who's checking the tickets. So she came up to me, she took my phone, she read the ticket, she looked me directly into an eye, she said, "Anastasia, welcome." I felt like Beyonce. I felt VIP, you know? And then I stood close to her and I realized that she was doing the same to everybody. So I had to talk to her. I said, "No, come on over. Can I ask you something? Why are you being so nice?" Because it's not an easy job, right? It's a process-based job. She told me, she laughed, and then she said, "My mom has always been telling me that somebody has to bring happiness to people, and why wouldn't it be you?" So from 15 years researching companies, world-class service companies, getting all the possible education I could get, I have realized several things. First, this is not about frontline people, it's about the company itself. Also, world-class companies are led by great executives who live and who breathe service. And also, they're always led by an inner sentence, a purpose that every employee not only knows, but feels on themselves as well. Why am I telling you all of this? How is Ukraine connected to, I think that we all have challenges, right? As managers, as executives, we come to work, and it's not always easy to provide this internal customer service, right? Or to be, servant leadership, everything. But if we don't do an effort, all the talk about customer experience, it's false. So my question to you tonight is, do you really mean it? You want to change customer experience from the inside of your company? Or is it just a trend that you want to follow? People will always feel it. And hey, if Ukraine could change, you guys can change for sure. Thank you.